Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I just wanted to take some time to give you a heads up about the Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer game that is going to be going on the 29th of December. Now, for those of you who are playing in this, there are details which come at the end, so please watch until there because it does require some action on your part. But for everyone else, this is an announcement of when it's going to be, it's an announcement of who's playing, and it's an announcement of who is playing as what. So, this is Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer 29th of December. You can find us playing at 12 o'clock PM Greenwich Mean Time. That is when we are going to be kicking off, and it's going to take around 9 hours. So it's 12 PM Greenwich Mean Time until 9 PM Greenwich Mean Time, 1 PM Central European till 10 PM Central European, 7 AM Eastern Standard until 4 PM, and then 4 AM, I'm so sorry, Pacific Standard until 1 PM. So you Americans are kind of getting the short end of the stick there, but this is kind of having to be based around the Europeans. So again, you can find us, that when doesn't look centered, oh well, on the 29th of December, 12 o'clock PM until 9 PM Greenwich Mean Time. There will be a couple of breaks throughout that. We'll basically present the proper schedule when we are actually playing. Where will you be able to find this? Well, initially, myself and Aldrahill will be streaming it on Twitch. You will be able to get one perspective from me and one from Aldrahill. We are in different factions. Unfortunately, we were unable to find a third Twitch person. So if one of the people playing as the allies, or if anyone else who is playing has a Twitch stream, let me know as soon as possible, and then I'll put you in the third faction. You will also be able to find this on YouTube. On my own YouTube, Mordred Viking, and then Aldrahill's one, and also on Vallenoma. And Vallenoma will be doing the Allied perspective. Oh, I just gave that one away. Oh well. So yeah, I will be doing one perspective, Aldrahill and Vallenoma. That's how we're going to plan it. So if you want to see it from different perspectives as the game's going on, or after the game once we're published onto YouTube, that is how you'll be able to do it. The exact release schedule, I don't know yet. We'll probably work that out once we've actually played the game. So, who are the different sides? Well, Comintern, I myself am going to be heading up as the USSR, and my little buddy down in Communist China will be Weldon, Owens. So we've decided to go with the Communist China rather than a Nationalist China, basically to give the Comintern an extra player. Plus, there are some kind of cool mechanics which might not be particularly well known behind the Communist Chinese and their relations with the Nationalist China. So that should be pretty cool. Plus, it gives the Japanese in China a bit more to do and a bit more to worry about, as there's actually going to be another player present over there. But they might not have direct interactions. You never know. It kind of depends how the war goes. So I think that should be pretty cool. For the allies, we have Miss Oledeiant Moron playing for the UK. Vallenoma will be heading up the US. And then Finstha is France. There may be a couple of changes to that roster, which I will explain at the end. So please don't take these as like golden. They are, of course, subject to change. This is just how things are currently. Plans may change. So Allies, UK, Miss Oledeiant Moron, the USA, Vallenoma, and then Finstha is playing as France. Then finally, for the Axis, we have Aldrahill's second person. Sorry, he didn't give me a name. Playing as Germany, and then Aldrahill himself will be playing as Japan. I thought you two would probably want to play together, so that is how I have planned it. And then Einar Gauti, who was the winner of our draw, is playing for Italy, as that was your first choice. So that is the Axis. Aldrahill person playing for Germany. Japan is going to be Aldrahill, and then Italy is going to be Einar Gauti. And this is where the kind of complications begin. If I don't hear back from Aldrahill's second person, then Miss Moron, you're going to be playing as Germany. Finstha, you'll be taking Moron's place in the UK, and then Avery Miller, you'll be playing for France. So we'll just basically juggle around some of the minors. Leaving, of course, the minors. So we have got Hyper Kirby 2 in Canada, the only one of the minors who is actually in a faction at the start. So I was fairly careful to pick the others as neutral so they can be persuaded or invaded or otherwise during the game itself. So Canada, Hyper Kirby 2. Then in Turkey, Avery Miller. Then in Romania, we have Mike and Greece. DRTGaming, you got your slot. So you got lucky. You will notice that Einar is not on this list. He decided to give up his spot so that everyone else who was from the subscriber list got a chance to play. So big thank you to Einar. I'm very much hoping that he'll be there in the chat at least. Maybe in the voice chat, I don't know. Possibly in the in-game chat. Right, so as I was saying, this next bit is for those of you who are participating, those of you who are playing one of these nations. Like I said, there is some action that I need from you now, and it needs to be quick because we need to get all of this stuff sorted. Right, you guys will need to email me at mordredviking@gmail.com, and that is where I will be sending out the final details. What server you can find us on, the password for that server, and also the TeamSpeak details, because we will be streaming this. I do want voice communications. If you have a microphone, please do use it. We'll sort out the volumes and everything like that as well. I need these confirmations at the latest 12 a.m. on the 29th of December GMT. So that is basically the night before we play. So that is the night of the 28th, midnight. 1 a.m. Central European, 7 p.m. on the 28th for Eastern Standard, 4 p.m. 28th for Pacific Standard. Because I want to get this stuff locked in, I want to get details sent off to you guys before we start playing. If I don't get that email, I'm sorry, but you probably will be dropped from the game. That's just the way it is. If I can't get you the details to play, we have no other connections. I don't have you guys on Steam or anything like that because I'm a little bit reluctant to just open that to everyone. Then we're not going to get this going. So I will have to bring in the substitutes for the majors. So this is extremely important. Please, please, please email me, mordredviking@gmail.com, to confirm your place and then to basically get in the list so I can send you the details about how we're actually going to do this. Right, so once again, for those of you who are wanting to watch 29th of December, 12 o'clock p.m. on the 29th, we will be kicking off the Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer game. It should be fantastic. We currently have 12 players signed up. That is, of course, possibly going to fluctuate, but it should be amazing. Thank you very much for listening. I am very much looking forward to seeing you on the 29th. I'll catch you then.